The audience can be part of the torture of getting the show to work.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Coffee with an Archaeologist. I am James, aka Cross, and I will be your archaeologist for the time being. Joined with me is some friendos. How are you all doing? The audience can be part of the torture of getting the show to work.
I left work early because I was asked for the day off, so.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, right. I'm not sure if I'm dropping in or out or not, but I'm just gonna start anyway. Oh, why is it suddenly why am I hearing feedback suddenly?
Sorry, that was me. That was me.
I turned my feedback off earlier.
Yeah. No, I'm just trying to figure out because we've been having some difficulty with getting the show to turn on. Right. So last time we had a two-parter. I don't know what Duffman is talking about.
We talked about the discovery of Halloween and how the Irish apparently created Halloween with one of their ancient festivals.
Yep.
I think you and Skog talked about different types of armor.
Yeah, I seem to remember we talked about poleaxes for a while.
And different types of Irish mythology.
I think we'd got through the first bit. We'd talked about the She and why you don't fuck with the elves.
Yes.
Yep. So today we will continue talking about the another one of the four mythological cycles, or one of the four kind of legendary cycles, and today's one will be the Ulster cycle, which is the second one. And so where is my little note I have on that? Right. So first of all, before we get into the Ulster cycle itself, I need to discuss it for a little bit. The royal sites of Ireland. So Ireland at one point was divided up into five kind of tuas, or like five kingdoms. Where are they? So Cashel is the first one, which is the capital of Munster. Then there's Cruachan, which is the capital of Connacht. There's Dún Allin, which is the capital of Leinster. Owen Macha, which is the capital of Ulster. And Tara, which is the capital of Meath. I'm coming through okay, yeah?
Yes.
Yep.
We are listening.
Okay. Yeah, no worries. No, you see, when everyone goes quiet, I'm like, shit, is everyone listening or am I cut out? So I don't know. But anyway, so those are like the five kingdoms. And I'm sure that brings to mind a lot of motifs from Game of Thrones. But but anyway, so for today we will be discussing a little bit about Cruachan and Owen Macha. Cruachan is the best because it's Connacht, where I'm from, but we'll probably be discussing more so Owen Macha. So
it's a bit biased, just because it's where you're from doesn't mean it's the best.
Cruachan's the best. It's the best. It's where the Cave of the Cats is, which is an entrance to the underworld.
Wait, are there actual cats? That's very important.
There were cats. There were demon cats that came out of the cave and wreaked havoc at Samhain. But
sounds like a pretty nice place if you ask me.
So where is my note on the Ulster cycle? My note on the Ulster cycle is completely missing. So I'm going to have to do this from memory because I don't see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Press F, the Ulster cycle.
Oh, here it is. Well, that's one of them. No, that's not it. Anyway, I'll do it from memory. Right, site will here. Oh, posting. Right.
We never know
the
what
Ulster
you wanted
cycle.
to tell us.
Oh, did I cut out?
Quite a lot then. You may need to just summarise
Right,
it
so
for
the
anyone who
Ulster
didn't
cycle
hear.
consists of the. Oh, am I dropping in and out or?
A little bit.
Scheisse.
But we
that's
can hear
quite
you now.
long. So basically, from the Ulster cycle, it consists of like the stories of Cuchulainn, the main one being on Táin Culnia, which is a cattle raid of Cooley. So to kind of set the background to that, we need to go to earlier on in the cycle, which is the story of Macha, which where Owen Macha gets its name. Where is here? So Macha is like tonification, the goddess Epina. So Epina is like the horse goddess. And Macha, basically, she came among the people.
Ooh.
And yep, she ended up meeting up with a young man, and who had lost his wife recently. So she ended up bearing him or getting pregnant by him, and he went off to a fair at where the king was hosting a fair in Ulster, and at the fair he couldn't keep his mouth shut about boasting about how good she was at running and riding horses, that she was faster than any horse. So hearing this, the king naturally, kidnapped him, sent someone out to find his wife to come and get him. So hearing about this and unhappy, she kind of rocks up. It's like my fucking so with her that if she can beat his best guy at racing, so they were gonna have like a horse race. So during the race, she was significant because she was with twins. The twins being the Owen Macha gets his name from. And basically, to make the long story short, she won the race, but through significant pain. So she decided to put a curse on the people of Ulster, specifically the men of Ulster, so that in their moment of greatest need, they would suffer the pangs of labor, or the pain that she felt when she went into labor from the pains from the race.
Sounds like a feminist to me.
Oh yeah, and wait, there's more. So, with this curse put on the men of Ulster, we come to Táin Culnia, which is the cattle raid of Cooley. So where that comes from is the king of Connacht, Ailill, and his wife Maeve, or Queen Maeve, were lying in bed one morning. And as you do, they're just having a chat, discussing just regular couple things. And then Maeve realizes that she and Ailill are not quite equals, as they're going through and listing all of the valuables they have, and that each of them own. Maeve has the realization Ailill has by one thing. He owns a great bull. The great bull's name is Fervanach, or Whitehorn. So it's the white bull.
Sorry, are you saying
So
bull
Maeve
or
naturally
bull?
unhappy that.
Bull, as in
She's
large
not
male cow.
equal of her husband.
Also, Cross, your connection is utter shit
Bull.
right now.
As in cow.
Yeah, it is.
He can't even hear us, it's that bad.
Beep boop beep.
I know. Yeah, I can't hear anything. Can you hear at least the story? Oh, no. I've cut out again.
You're going really slow, then really fast. With very little in between.
Try to reconnect maybe.
It's just a catching up.
Okay, okay. Yeah.
Really.
All
Sorry
right.
about this stream.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, so where did I leave off? So she realized that Alil has one thing more than she has, which is Fervanach, the white horned bull of Connacht. And in order for her to become an equal to him, so she scout a bull that could match his bull, and eventually one of them returns with news that there's a great bull on the Cooley Peninsula named Don, or Don Cooley, which is the brown bull.
Mm.
So these for the Maeve sends out more people to discuss how I see fucking never mind. So Maeve sends out people to try and convince the owner of the bull to sell it to her, and he keeps refusing all of the offers because he's happy with his bull and he wants to keep it. So Maeve decides, right, if he's not going to sell me the bull, I'm going to take his bull and I'm going to get my husband and his entire army to go over there and, you know, beat him up and just take it.
Ooh.
It seems a bit rude,
So,
you know.
Take your man's bull.
The Alil is kind of...
Oof, have we lost them?
Yeah, but his stream can still hear him.
His stream will live on.
No, because remember the stream's going through me.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
At least in his heart, he's saying it.
Gets the Mars.
I think we're gonna
They capture
stop.
Oh, yeah. At
Yeah.
what point did I get cut out?
You
All of
are.
it.
You're
I
just
don't remember. It's been a while.
completely choppy. Like I can hear bits of what you're saying sometimes. It's.
Shit.
We may
At
have
what
to.
point?
I think it might be
At
the
what point-
storm is still happening and is cucking you of your internet.
Yeah. Air. 99% coverage across all of Ireland.
Ha! No.
So, at what point did I get cut out, or was it the whole lot?
It's been a while.
You
It's-
stopped at
At the
her
part where
husband's army to go steal the dude's bull, and we all said, oof.
typical
How you gonna
Irish
steal
woman
a
trying
man's
to get a man
bull?
to fight another man.
You know, I didn't hear that part at all. So,
Typical Irish
the army of Connacht arrives at Awan Macha to find the entire army of the Ulster men stricken with the pains of labor. So they capture Awan Macha and then proceed on towards Cooley. However, there was one male who was not stricken by the pains of labor. And I need to rewind a little bit, because there's a character that I've neglected to mention right now, or for the moment, on purpose. Initially born as Satanta, Gran is in the waiting room there. He arrived late to a feast one day and was attacked by a great hound. and using his hurley, because he's Irish, and of course he has a hurley, he whacks his slitter towards this great hound and kills it, because the ball goes straight down his throat and chokes him to death. And this great hound, was known as the Hound of Cullen. And Cullen was not happy that his hound got killed. So
No
the
shit killed his dog.
boy,
John Wick is typing.
Satanta, so he became Cú Cullen, or Cullen's hound. So Cú is actually a term used in Old Irish as well to mean warrior, because it comes from that. So back to our Táin story. Cú Cullen, who had not been in Owen Maca at the time because he was getting the ride from some young bird, and he was busy with a woman, basically. So he missed out on the soldiers rocking up. So he finds out the next day that, oh no, the Connacht men have captured my hometown. What are we going to do about this? Because it's only him, because all of the other men are stricken with the pains of labor. So what he decides to do is, when the Connacht men have to cross the river at a fjord, he meets them, and he lost the word I'm looking for. The law of single combat.
Ooh.
Here it is. Found it.
Man, this podcast be fucking great.
So
if we had
he
better-
invokes the single and he answers with a sling. Put it that way.
I
So
think
that's-
that would have been very interesting if we'd heard
Yeah.
it in slightly more time and less time at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first part of that sentence was really slow, followed by.
Oh no.
So
Yeah,
it's
I hate
not.
when- that
If it
happens
was
to me
just
on Fountain B.
slow, it would be better.
That's always. I find it difficult to hear what you're saying sometimes. But
I've
yeah,
had an easier time understanding Scottish.
but yeah, so yeah, he was quite efficient with a sling, and he manages to slay hundreds of men in the first engagement, and then builds a wall of their corpses for some reason. I guess because he can.
He's gonna
And
build a
then,
wall,
uh,
and you're gonna be the building blocks.
What am I looking to see? He had Mr. Fergus, who was in exile from Owen Maca, so he was hiding in Cruhan. So he's actually, even though he's an Ulster man himself, he's actually fighting with the Connacht men. He had made an agreement with Cú Cullen that if he was ever to face him, Cú Cullen was to yield to him. First person. So Cú Cullen takes in the knee and yields to his foster.
Oh no.
Third engagement. It's Ferdy.
You're not coming through across, just so you know.
Cú Cullen's foster brother and Fergus's son. And Cú Cullen doesn't necessarily.
Is anyone getting any of this?
Nope.
No,
Not at the moment, no.
some
Ross, can you
I
even
think
hear
is
us?
my best answer.
Body once told me.
Yeah, the chat saying, yep, can't, yep, can't hear.
I mean, it's essentially. Is that
Bro,
the Middle. He's at the. Is it before or after he kill? Is it before or after he kills the hound?
Oh,
He said-
I'm back.
Yeah, we can hear you now. We didn't
Uh,
hear any of that of what you just said, so you know.
Oh,
This is
All
like
right.
sitting in a lecture where the lecturer every so often just disappears from existence.
It's when
Leave
the,
the room.
it's when the
it's
it's
like
when
a
you
quantum
have
particle.
it's
Tell me
in the
later.
it's when you're in the Adeptus Mechanicus and the old tech priest is trying to give a lecture and his voice box just keeps sputtering out. Then no one can understand.
Oh no. So, at what point did I get cut off again?
I'm not quite sure when you got uncut off, so...
Yeah, okay. Not to be the pessimist guy here, but honestly, I don't think there's any point in you trying to do this until your internet's better.
Yeah, at least
Yeah,
not today. I think
okay.
it might be the storm. Thing is, I can
just,
hear you perfectly now.
We leave it at that for the moment.
Yeah, it
what
keeps
we
telling me
do-
where I can hear you perfectly,
What
and
we'll
then I
do is
can't
move
hear
on.
anything.
We'll move on to the next part.
Fair enough.
Well, we're not going to hear
So
that part
instead of-
either. Okay.
I'm probably
Instead
not
of-
going to hear anything you say. I'm sorry, man.
I know, but that's why we'll move on. So, because my internet's being shit, we'll leave the Ulster cycle for the moment. We'll return to it later.
At what point
And,
in the Ulster,
we can
Ulster
dis-
cycle?
dis-
were-
What?
At what point in the Ulster cycle were you, by the way? Is it after or before he kills the hound?
This is after the hound.
Also to the stream, sorry for all the background noise. One of my the software I've got running just decided that it's not going to respond to anything, and it's just going doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo. And I can't mute it.
But yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, we'll move on to the next part of what we're going to talk about on the stream, which was what happens after the Bronze Age and into the Iron Age. If that works for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so as far as we understand, the Táin and the Ulster cycle happens in the pretty early as kitchen. So
Bro.
what?
This is not.
You're not coming through at all costs. We can't hear you.
I
You're
would
coming.
very strongly recommend giving up for today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Give
Well,
up
then
and
we'll-
possibly do a recording instead.
Yeah, we can record it
Yeah,
and then
let's just-
upload it.
Let's just do that. Let's just
Okay.
attempt to do that.
Recording, it's not
Alright.
going to work either,
So, if you're
because
watching
we can't
currently,
hear
We're going
you.
to.
We can't hear you. It's Discord.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because he doesn't have YouTube open. You have.
Yeah.
Do you have Audacity on your computer? The program Audacity.
You can record it through OBS.
Or
Yeah, I can
It's
record with
lighter.
OBS.
It's lighter through that, but yeah.
No, we can do that. I'm just going to have to I'm just saying for anyone that's currently watching that we're going to record it and we'll upload it afterwards.
I'll upload it after.
Yeah. I don't think they can hear me. Shit.
that's
No, we can hear you. It's just
Yeah, we'll just end it there.
okay. Well, that's
Yeah.
you have the power of that, so.
Yep.